Lesson: Avoiding ambiguities in risk clauses. Avoiding ambiguities in risk clauses is a critical aspect of drafting contracts that aim to minimize potential liabilities and ensure compliance. Ambiguities in contracts can lead to disputes, litigation, and unintended financial exposure, making it imperative for professionals to employ effective strategies and tools to draft clear and precise risk clauses. This lesson delves into actionable insights, practical tools, and frameworks essential for crafting unambiguous risk clauses, supported by real-world examples and case studies. One of the fundamental steps in avoiding ambiguities in risk clauses is to ensure that the language used is clear and precise. Contracts often suffer from ambiguous wording, which can be interpreted in multiple ways, leading to disputes. To mitigate this, drafters should employ plain language and avoid legalese that could confuse the parties involved. Using specific terms and defining critical terms within the contract itself can significantly reduce misunderstandings. For instance, in a case study involving a software development contract, the use of vague terms like reasonable efforts led to a dispute over the quality of the delivered product. By defining what constitutes reasonable efforts, such ambiguities could have been avoided. Another effective strategy is to employ a structured framework for risk assessment and allocation. The use of a risk matrix can assist in identifying potential risks and their impact on the contract. This framework allows for a systematic analysis of risks and helps in the allocation of responsibilities between the parties. By clearly outlining which party is responsible for specific risks, ambiguities can be minimized. For example, in construction contracts, a risk matrix can be used to delineate responsibilities for delays caused by weather conditions, ensuring that both parties have a clear understanding of their obligations. Furthermore, incorporating dispute resolution mechanisms within the contract can help address ambiguities that might arise despite best efforts to avoid them. By specifying the means of resolving disputes, such as arbitration or mediation, parties can reduce the likelihood of costly litigation. A study by the American Arbitration Association found that contracts with specified dispute resolution clauses were less likely to result in litigation, thus saving time and resources. The use of templates and standardized clauses is another practical tool that can aid in reducing ambiguities. Standardized clauses, vetted and tested over time, provide a reliable foundation upon which to build customized contracts. However, it is crucial to adapt these templates to the specific context of the contract to avoid generic language that may not address particular risks. For example, while a standard force majeure clause might cover general events like natural disasters, it may need to be tailored to address specific risks relevant to the contract's geographical location or industry. In addition to structural tools and frameworks, fostering a collaborative approach during the drafting process can significantly reduce ambiguities. Engaging stakeholders from both parties in discussions about potential risks and their management can lead to a more comprehensive understanding and agreement on the risk allocation. This collaborative process not only clarifies expectations, but also builds trust, which can be invaluable in managing unforeseen circumstances. An example of this approach is seen in joint venture agreements, where open dialogue and negotiation are essential to align the interests of all parties involved. Moreover, regular training and education for those involved in contract drafting can enhance their ability to identify and eliminate ambiguities. Professionals equipped with the latest knowledge and best practices in contract law are better positioned to draft precise and effective risk clauses. Institutions offering certifications in contract risk mitigation, such as the International Association for Contract and Commercial Management, provide valuable resources and training for professionals seeking to enhance their skills. To illustrate the importance of avoiding ambiguities, consider the case of a multinational corporation that faced a multi-million-dollar lawsuit due to an ambiguous indemnity clause. The clause failed to clearly define the scope of indemnification, leading to differing interpretations by the parties involved. This case underscores the necessity of drafting indemnity clauses that are explicit in their terms, specifying the extent of indemnification and any limitations or exclusions. In conclusion, avoiding ambiguities in risk clauses requires a combination of clear language, structured frameworks, and collaborative engagement. By employing tools such as risk matrices, standardized templates, and dispute resolution mechanisms, professionals can enhance the clarity and effectiveness of their contracts. Continuous education and training further equip contract drafters with the skills needed to navigate the complexities of risk allocation. Through these strategies, professionals can mitigate potential liabilities and contribute to more successful and harmonious contractual relationships.